Good late Thursday afternoon, all my rural Xers out there. This is Eric, the rural Xer, here with you just outside of Cades Cove. We're in a little parking lot here, going into Cades Cove, where you get by your parking permit if you're going to be stopped for 15 minutes or longer in any one place around the park. Thought I would just stop here for a minute and do a little bit of an intro. We're going to be going around the loop here, maybe stopping a couple places. Especially there was one that we've been looking for the past 2 or 3 times we've been up here. It's called the Pearl Harbor tree, and it's somewhere you have to stop in a little parking area and walk a little trail up to an old house that's actually still here on property in the Cades Cove Park here. And we're going to hopefully try to find that tree today sometime. But got to address a couple of elephants here in the room, or in the park. One of them is, I know that I haven't been on here in quite a while, and that is because, well, there's a couple of different things. Work. Last month was our church's revival, and I was involved in that for a full week. And when we got through with that, then it took me about a week to get my yard cleaned up from all the overgrown grass. It was literally nearly knee-high in places and very thick. Had to cut it a couple of times, had to cut it once, rake it, and then cut it again. I was telling someone at work I could probably have sold had hired someone and got them to cut it for hay and sold it as hay. It was that tall, literally. But I was able to get it cut down, raked, and cut again, and it's looking much better now, and I'm going to try to stay on top of it. But the other elephant that's in the room is right over here in front of me, which is one of my last adventures that I went out on. If you remember, if you've actually seen that video, when I went over to Cartersville to the Etowah Indian Mounds over there, on the way back, I had an accident. It wasn't my fault, and obviously I'm still alive, still kicking. Didn't come out of it without a scratch on me. I was buckled up. All the airbags in my little blue Toyota, you've seen it in some of my previous videos, were deployed. There was a kid. I'm not going to get into much of it. I'm not wanting to, try to point fingers and say anything bad about, what happened. It is what it is. What did happen was a young man had pulled out in front of me. He'd looked left. I was coming up over a little small knoll on the highway between Waleska and 515, the intersection there, if anybody knows, is familiar with that area of Georgia. But anyway, he was coming from my right, and he looked left, he looked right, but he didn't look back left, pulled out, didn't see me until he was already halfway out into the road. And then he ended up, he saw me coming, hesitated for a split second, and then gunned it. And by that time, I was trying to swerve to the left to go around in front of him whenever he paused there for a second, but then he gunned it and went right out in front of me. There was nothing I could do but hit him. And fortunately, whenever I hit him, by the time he got past me, I hit him behind the driver's door, so he didn't take the full impact on the driver's door. And so because of that, it saved him. It knocked him completely around, and he was in the ditch facing the opposite direction on the southbound lane and facing back north. So anyway, it totaled my truck. I've got a new truck now, so I'll swing the camera around here and show it to you. Yep, I got another Toyota Tacoma, a white one this time, and that's what we brought up here. It took a while to get all of it straightened out, so I was kind of without a car. I did have a rental for a while, but I really didn't want to really take it too many places, and waste mileage and stuff like that. I just didn't feel safe driving it and all, especially after what happened to me. So anyway, because of that, I did not go to many places, but this is actually my birthday weekend. And tomorrow, the 15th, is my birthday. Today is the 14th. And so anyway, we are here in Cades Cove. We are on our way over actually to, let me turn around here, get out of the sun. We're heading over into Pigeon Forge to stay over there near the island, I should say, not islands, plural, but island singular. The island, new place actually. Can't think of what the name of it is, the motel that we're staying at, but I'll get that here later on. Jury, that's what it's called, the Jury Motel. Brand new, just opened about a week ago, I think, and very new. My wife booked us a room there, so probably show it a little bit while we're there. And that's actually near the entrance to Dollywood. Now, we're not planning on going to Dollywood this time. We're only going to be up here for about 3 days. Today, tomorrow, full day tomorrow, and we'll be leaving out Saturday. But while we're up here, I was trying to get some videos. So now that we are able to, as YouTubers, film in national parks, I want to be able to film this for the first time on my channel and bring it to you. So come along and join me, if you will. Well, we're now inside Cades Cove, and sort of like me and the family were talking about, the family and myself have been talking about, to put it more proper English. Probably won't see any wildlife through here. That's par for the course, because you hardly ever do see any wildlife anymore. You used to come and see some deer, but I don't know what it is. It's just we don't see much wildlife. We've been looking around for bears, because sometimes even up in the trees, because like my wife said, a lot of times you'll catch them up in the trees and everything. But this is a scenic pull-off right here. I just figured I'd stop for a minute and get some of the mountains of the Great Smoky Mountains back over there. It's a very pretty day. We've been fighting rain for the past 2 or 3 days, cloudiness and stuff back home. But and they may have been getting some rain up here too, but it looks like the clouds are breaking up. We've got some blue skies and sunshine. So just thought I'd pull off here, at least get scenic view. Not too busy, as you can see, this time of day. It's about a little after 3 o'clock, 3:07, and we saw a lot of traffic heading the opposite direction on the way up here, but right now it seems to be fairly good as far as traffic inside the park, inside Cades Cove here. We've run into a little bit of traffic, but I've seen it much, much worse. This is the heat of the day, and like we were just discussing, that may be the reason why we don't see much wildlife up here, is because we always come every time in the heat of the day, right in the middle of the afternoon, just like this time. So anyway, we're just cruising on around here, seeing if we can see anything else. One of the many pull-offs over here at Cades Cove, overlooking one of the fields. Not seeing anything really spectacular, no wildlife or anything like that, but I figured I'd pull off here for just a minute and get some shots of these mountains over here. Some right off here in the distance. Very scenic view. Fields, the mountains in the background. Very, very beautiful. I've seen this dozens of times. I've been coming over here since probably the late 80s, not long after I graduated high school, and come over here and drive the loop probably a couple of times. We'd drive it once, and then we would stop over there at the picnic area and actually have a cookout. We'd bring charcoal and burgers and hot dogs and stuff and have a picnic over there, clean up from that, and drive it that evening. A lot of times we'd see wildlife. We'd see bears and deer and stuff out here feeding in these fields. That's been a long time ago though, being that I'm nearly 59 years old tomorrow. And I think this may be the trail that goes up to the little cabin with the Pearl Harbor tree up there. We're fixing to, we think we may have found it. So we're gonna head up this way and see if we can see it up there. Well, we started to go up the trail to that cabin with the Pearl Harbor tree out front with the flags around it. But my daughter said that she thinks she saw a bear on the ground near the trail up there. So I think we are going to pass this time on it, but at least we kind of know where it probably is. And so maybe next time we come up here, we'll try it again, see if we can get up there. Getting quite a bit of traffic out through here. We're coming up on the, what is this? Cable Mill Historic Area and Visitor Center. Yeah, this is the Visitor Center here. And so, yeah, we're fixing to make that last turn and start on down the back side of the loop here, back towards the entrance Visitor Center. And we still haven't seen much. It is very hot out there right now. It's showing about 81 degrees, and it's very humid too on top of that. Well, we made it over to the Gatlinburg bypass, the Great Smoky Mountain National Park roads, and heading over towards Pigeon Forge at this time. And I know this video was probably a little bit short. We really didn't see much of anything over there. The one thing that we did want to see that, I don't know, Teresa said that there wasn't really a cabin up there where that Pearl Harbor tree was at. But being that we were about to come face to face with a black bear up there, we decided not to go that way. Figured I'd just stop here and do the outro for this video. This is just one of the videos I want to try to get this weekend while we're up here in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. And hope you've enjoyed this video of the little drive-thru that we did at Cades Cove. And got some scenic views of it anyway. And hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more similar content. And with that said, we're going to get on out of here, get on over to our motel, check in, and probably find us a good place to eat tonight. May even do a little, maybe, I'm not saying I will for sure, 100%, but maybe do a review of it. So anyway, with that said, God bless, and we will see you in our next video.